Shit. Today we're going to start our raids in Shoreline, because Peacekeeper has an abundance of things for me to do, as well as Mechanic. And today's activities will consist of staring at some tanks, placing some cheeky jammers on some satellite dishes, and sticking my head between my legs hoping no one takes my head off as I stash some goodies. Right, kicking it off, we got to do fishing gear. Basically just stand still and plant some stuff in a pier boat, which is going to be fun, especially if somebody's watching me. Scav. Okay, cool. I don't need to make any noise yet, because I just want to get to the pier, plant my shit. Seems clear, which means it probably isn't. Now for a really long fucking minute. I'll tell you what, 10 seconds of that felt longer than 10 seconds in bed. I'll tell you that much. Now I'm pretty fucking happy I didn't get domed in the first 5 seconds of trying to do that quest. But we're not going to hang about, time is precious this week with my work schedule, so we're going to just move on to the next shitty plant quest. Right, like I said earlier, next on our activities list, go find some tanks. So I've got some markers in my bumhole, let's go find them. Now during these raids I've also brought my trusty Mosin with me, in the hopes that I can still try and complete Tarkov Shooter Part 4. Now with the first one planted, I thought I had a great idea just to run around the very edge of the map, loop around, find the other tanks. Job's a good'un. Well, kinda. No, don't extract. No. Fuck! Yeah, because my map knowledge is up my arse, I didn't know that was an extract. However, I didn't die, it's a silver lining, so I was feeling still confident for this quest. Ah! This is the point where I'm hoping that this does not turn into a raid session where I constantly die. I don't have time for this shit, but I've only got to mark 2 more tanks. Where's the tank? I know you're around here somewhere. Now you may notice in my game audio I'm being a little bit quiet, because I have a wife, and she will kill me if I wake her up, because I'm being a little goblin and playing at 1 in the morning. And all you guys who know where that tank was, I spent 5 minutes looking for it. I had no idea where it was. So that's our second quest done on Shoreline. Now I need to extract. Good thing for me, I learnt a new one today. But this time, this extract is deliberate. Now we're back here again, who'd have thought? But this time for Signal Part 3, because I want Mechanic to actually like me even more than he already does. Now I know you haven't seen Part 2, because even though I'm being tortured by Tarkov, sometimes OBS decides not to capture anything. And that happened, so sorry. I know I could probably just run to the next objective while this is planting, but as a man that oozes bad luck, I'm just staying in cover. Oh, a Bulbex. No? Oh, PGW. I started moving towards the hilltop with the station for the next objective. I took a moment to check my surroundings, make sure the area is clear, to make it look like I sort of know what I'm doing. Here's a tip, I don't. The Scav, that's good. Seeing as I was in a building that could potentially give me a little bit of cheeky loot, I decided to treat myself a little bit. I'm so glad I bought a backpack. Now the problem I have is I've got to get to the health resort, which is so dangerous. Since I started my PvP journey, I've just realised that I do have the situational awareness of a thumb. One day I'm going to see a player first and kill them. Now I've got to handle the shaking anxiety of going to the most PvP hotspot in this map. But as everyone likes to tell me in the comments, patience is key. So what I did is I led down for a very long time. I'm trying to think what a reasonable time is to wait here before I get fucking balled out my skull. Unfortunately playing solo I don't have the luxury of currently going in and pretending I can actually kill people. And after a lot of time had passed, I finally plucked up the courage to go and move towards the health resort. And all I did was just find somewhere else to sit for another long period of time. This is probably the most exciting gameplay I've ever captured. Okay, send it. After spending about 50% of the raid being one with nature and hugging trees, my patience had worn thin, so time to be a little bit careless. Now, at the time, I thought that was a player, but my hopes and dreams were smashed when I got to the end screen. That was a scav. Let's go to that playground for another quest. And then we're going to leave. Okay, we've touched it. We're going to go round. Stay safe. Get out. I got this G28 during the smuggler event. Kinda slaps. So now I'm starting to snowball on the Shoreline quests. We're getting them done, and I'm pretty happy about it. Because I've been putting off playing Shoreline because I'm not sure if I like the map yet. Now it's time for me to complete Eagle Eye from Peacekeeper, to grab the SAS drives and extract with them. Only problem is, OBS shit itself, like I mentioned earlier, and I lost all the footage. After getting tired of staring at Shoreline for the last few hours, it was time for me to move on to customs. Because I've got this weekly quest to kill scavs, and it's not that many. And if I complete this quest, I get an OFV shell, which I need to complete regulated materials for Prepare. Shit! Fuck my life. Now for this raid I only took a few magazines in for my AK-74, as I was mainly going to snipe. Now I'm not going to lie to you, I don't usually check the Goons tracker, and from this day onwards, I'm going to fucking do it. Now I didn't loot the Goons, because it was in a very open area, and I'd made enough noise to attract everyone in the map. Now I'm going to try and sweep up a few more scav kills, head towards extract. Fuck me. Turns out that last patch really did increase the area for Rite of Passage, so that's that done. Now I'm only one more scav kill away from completing my weekly. Now I'm pretty confident I can get one more scav and extract successfully. Fuck! So that's where we're going to end it. One more kill away from completing my weekly. But this is a moment that I am very proud of. As a solo, I killed the Goons. And even better, as a solo who doesn't really know what he's fucking doing. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you putting up with my shit for longer than most people. I really look forward to making the next video. I'll see you next week.